Welcome back to our channel, Zero to English, the podcast dedicated to helping you achieve fluency one practical conversation at a time. We break down real-world English so you can speak confidently in any situation. If you love practical lessons like this, please remember to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special, very calm episode of Zero to English. I'm Perry, and I'm joined by Alan. Today, we are shifting our focus away from the hustle culture of the office. We are moving away from the high-pressure world of deadlines and performance reviews. Today, we are talking about the art of the Sunday.
That's right, Perry. For many of our listeners, English feels like work. It feels like a task that must be finished. But on Sunday, we want to show you how to experience English as a rest. We are talking about a relaxing Sunday routine. This is the day to recharge your mental battery and prepare your soul for the week ahead.
In English-speaking cultures, there's a growing movement called slow living. It is the idea that faster is not always better. It is about being present and mindful. When you apply slow living to your English, you stop worrying about how many words you learned today, and you start enjoying the sound of the language.
We're going to follow a conversation between Alex and Chris. Alex is someone who usually struggles with the Sunday scaries, that feeling of anxiety that creeps in as the weekend ends. Chris is going to show him how to transform his Sunday into a sanctuary.
A sanctuary. S-A-N-C-T-U-A-R-Y. This is a place of peace, safety, and rest. As you listen to this first part of their conversation, pay attention to the vocabulary of gently starting the day. Notice the focus on the senses, what we see, smell, and feel.
Alex, Chris, I've decided that I need to reclaim my Sundays. For years, I've treated Sunday like Monday Eve. I spend the whole afternoon feeling tense, checking my work emails, and worrying about my to-do list. I'm tired of the Sunday scaries.
Reclaiming your time is a powerful move, Alex. The Sunday scaries are a modern epidemic. It's that heavy feeling in your chest when you realize the weekend is slipping away. To beat it, you have to create a morning ritual that is completely work-free.
That sounds amazing, but it's hard to break the habit. Usually, my alarm goes off and I immediately start thinking about what I didn't finish on Friday.
The first rule of a relaxing Sunday is to sleep in. Throw the alarm clock away for one day. Let your body wake up naturally when the sun hits your face. We call this waking up without a jolt.
Without a jolt, I like that. A jolt is a sudden, sharp movement or shock. Waking up to a loud alarm is a jolt to the nervous system. Waking up naturally is a smooth transition.
Exactly. Once you are awake, don't reach for your phone. Don't look at the news or social media. That is information overload. Instead, stay in bed for an extra 10 minutes and just ease into the day.
What do you do during those 10 minutes? My mind usually starts racing if I'm just lying there.
You practice mindful observation. You listen to the birds outside. You feel the texture of your blankets. You notice the way the light is moving across the wall. In English, we call this being in the moment.
Okay, I can try that. And then comes the best part, the coffee.
Yes, but not a quick coffee to wake you up for work. On Sunday, you savor the process. You make a slow coffee, maybe a French press or a pour-over. You smell the beans, you watch the steam rise. This is what we call a sensory experience. I want to stop here and look at that word, savor, S-A-V-O-R-Y. To savor something means to enjoy it slowly and completely, giving it your full attention. You don't gulp your coffee on Sunday, you savor it.
And the phrase ease into the day. Ease, it's the opposite of rushing. When you ease into a cold pool, you go slowly, one step at a time. When you ease into your Sunday, you are telling your brain there is no emergency today.
Alex used the phrase Monday Eve. This is a funny way of saying Sunday evening, but it shows his anxiety. He's already living in tomorrow. At Zero to English, we want to help you live in today.
Let's look at the power vocabulary from this section. To reclaim, to take back something that was lost or taken away, like your time. Sunday scaries, the anxiety felt on Sunday about the coming work week. To sleep in, to stay in bed later than usual. Without a jolt, without a sudden unpleasant shock. To ease into, to start something in a gentle, gradual way. Mindful, being aware of the present moment and your surroundings.
When you are at zero in English, you often feel like you have to rush to learn everything. You feel a jolt of stress every time you see a word you don't know. But on Sunday, we want you to practice mindful English.
Mindful English is when you listen to a song or a podcast like this one and you don't try to memorize every word. You just savor the sound of the language. You let it wash over you like the morning sunlight.
Chris mentioned sensory experience. SENSORY. This refers to your 5 senses: sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. By focusing on your senses, you turn off the overthinking part of your brain.
So, Chris, after I've savored my coffee and eased into the morning, what's next? I usually feel guilty if I'm not productive.
We need to redefine productivity, Alex. On Sunday, your most productive task is self-care. This isn't laziness, it's maintenance. You are maintaining your mental health so you can be strong for the rest of the week.
I've never thought of it as maintenance. I always thought of it as wasting time.
That is the hustle culture talking. Think of a high-performance car. It cannot drive at 200 miles per hour every single day. It needs time in the garage for a tune-up. Sunday is your tune-up.
Okay, so a tune-up morning. I think I'll try some light reading. No textbooks, no grammar guides. Just something that makes me happy.
Perfect. A beach read or a page turner. Something that captures your imagination. When you read for pleasure, your brain absorbs English patterns naturally without the stress of study.
Light reading. This refers to books that are easy to read and entertaining. They aren't heavy or academic.
And a page turner. This is a great idiom for a book that is so exciting that you keep turning the pages to find out what happens next. We have started our Sunday gently. We have slept in, we have avoided the jolt, and we have savored our coffee. We have moved from the Sunday scaries to a sensory morning.
But the day is just beginning. In the next part of our routine, we are going to talk about leaving the house. We'll discuss the gentle stroll and the importance of connecting with nature.
We will look at how fresh air changes your brain chemistry and helps you find clarity.
For now, take a sip of your imaginary Sunday coffee. Feel the ease.
You are doing great. This is the path from zero to English, one relaxing step at a time. The transition from the indoor sanctuary to the world outside is a critical moment in a Sunday routine. Often, when people try to relax, they stay on the couch all day, but passive rest can sometimes lead to feeling sluggish. SLUGGISH. It means feeling slow, lazy, and without energy, like a slug moving across the ground. To avoid feeling sluggish, we need active rest. This is where we move our bodies, but without the stress of a workout.
We are following Chris as he suggests a change of scenery for Alex. He wants Alex to experience a nature connection. This part of the day is about clearing the cobwebs and absorbing vitamin D. These are essential for the physical and mental reset that Zero to English learners need to keep their motivation high for the upcoming week.
Chris, I've enjoyed my slow coffee and I've finished a few chapters of my book. I feel calm, but I'm starting to feel a bit cooped up. I feel like if I stay in this apartment any longer, I'll start overthinking again.
That is the perfect sign that it's time for a change of scenery. When you feel cooped up, it means you feel like you are in a cage. Your world feels too small. You need to get out and blow away the cobwebs.
Blow away the cobwebs? That's a strange expression. What does it mean?
Think about an old house that hasn't been cleaned. It has spider webs in the corners. When you stay inside too long, your brain gets dusty and slow.
A walk in the fresh air blows those mental cobwebs away. It clears your mind.
Okay, I definitely need that. I was thinking about going to the park, but I don't want to turn it into a task. I don't want to track my steps or check my heart rate.
Exactly. Don't go for a power walk, go for a stroll. A stroll is a slow, relaxed walk with no specific goal. You aren't trying to get anywhere, you are just wandering.
Wandering, Wandering. So I'm just moving without a specific destination.
Precisely. While you wander, try a technique called forest bathing. You don't need a forest, a park with trees is enough. You just soak in the green colors and the natural sounds. In English, we call this grounding yourself in nature.
I've heard that nature helps with vitamin D and serotonin.
It does. Sunlight gives you vitamin D, and being in nature boosts your serotonin, the happy chemical in your brain. This is your natural antidote to the Sunday scaries.
Change of scenery. This is such a useful phrase. Whenever you feel bored, sad, or stuck, you need a change of scenery. You need to look at different things to help your brain think different thoughts. We also want to highlight cooped up. It comes from a chicken coop, the small house where chickens live. If you feel cooped up, you feel like you need more space.
Let's look at the power vocabulary for this section. Sluggish, feeling slow and lazy. Cooped up, feeling trapped in a small space for too long. To blow away the cobwebs, to go outside to refresh your mind and get rid of tired thoughts. A stroll, a slow, relaxed walk with no specific goal. To wander, to move slowly around an area without a clear direction. Antidote, something that stops the bad effects of another thing.
For a zero to English learner, a stroll is a great time to practice labeling. As you walk, just look at objects and say their names in English. Tree, bench, dog, cloud, grass. This isn't studying, it's connecting. You're connecting the real world to your English vocabulary. It makes the words feel alive instead of just ink on a page.
Chris mentioned forest bathing. This is a translation of the Japanese term shinrin-yoku. It's about using all your senses in nature. You smell the pine, you hear the leaves crunching under your feet, and you feel the wind.
I tried that today, Chris. I sat on a bench for 10 minutes and just watched a squirrel. It felt productive in a weird way.
It was productive. You were resting your directed attention. During the week, you focus on screens and emails. That is exhausting. In nature, your attention is involuntary. You just notice things. This allows your brain to reset.
I feel much more clear-headed now. The mental fog from the week is starting to lift.
That's the power of the Sunday stroll. Now that your mind is clear, you are ready for the next part of the routine, the afternoon nourishment and the digital detox.
Clear-headed. This is the opposite of brain fog. It means you can think clearly and you feel calm. When we say the fog is lifting, it means the confusion is going away. You're starting to see your life and your goals more clearly.
We have transitioned from the bedroom to the park. We have moved from being cooped up to being connected. A relaxing Sunday isn't just about what we do, it's about what we eat and how we protect our environment from digital noise.
Putting your phone on Do Not Disturb is a vital part of the Sunday afternoon. It's about protecting your peace from the pings and notifications of the digital world. This allows you to focus on the slow lunch.
A slow lunch is not a fast food meal eaten in front of a computer. It is a meal that you prepare with care and eat with intention. It is another opportunity to savor the day.
In the next stage of the Sunday routine, we look at the digital detox. We will explore how to disconnect from the internet to reconnect with yourself.
You are doing great. This is the art of the Sunday, from zero to English.
After returning from a refreshing stroll, the Sunday routine enters its most nourishing phase. This is the afternoon reset. We often spend our workdays eating lunch at our desks, staring at a monitor, or scrolling through our phones. This is called mindless eating, and it contributes to that feeling of being a robot in your own life.
To break that cycle, we introduce the slow lunch and the digital detox. A digital detox isn't just a trendy phrase, it is a necessity for the modern brain. When you are constantly receiving pings and notifications, your brain never leaves the high alert state. On Sunday, we want to move from high alert to deep calm.
Alex, Chris, I'm back from the park and I feel great, but I just realized I've checked my phone 10 times in the last hour. It's like a reflex. I don't even know why I'm doing it.
That is the dopamine loop, Alex. Your brain is addicted to the tiny hit of excitement it gets from a new message or a like. To truly reclaim your Sunday, you need to go offline. You need a digital detox.
Offline? That sounds scary. What if someone needs to reach me?
If it's a real emergency, they will call. Everything else can wait. Put your phone in a drawer, out of sight, out of mind. This creates space for your slow lunch.
I usually just grab a sandwich and eat it while watching YouTube. Is that not relaxing?
Not really. Your brain is still processing input. For a slow lunch, you should focus on the sensory details of the food. We call this mindful eating. You cook something simple but delicious. You set the table. You sit down without a screen.
I'm just eating in silence?
Yes, or with some light background music. When you eat mindfully, you notice the flavors and the textures. You realize when you are actually full. It prevents that post-lunch slump where you feel heavy and tired.
I like the idea of setting the table. It makes the meal feel like an event rather than just fuel.
Exactly. It's about dignity. You are treating yourself with respect. While you eat, you can think about the English names for the ingredients: garlic, basil, olive oil. It's another way to let English exist in your world without the pressure of a test.
Out of sight, out of mind. This is a classic English idiom. It means if you don't see something, you won't think about it. If your phone is on the table, you will touch it. If it's in a drawer, you can forget about it.
And the phrase post-lunch slump, S-L-U-M-P. A slump is a sudden fall or drop. Many people feel very tired around 2 p.m. because they ate too fast or too much. A slow, mindful lunch helps you maintain a steady energy flow.
I also want to talk about digital detox, D-E-T-O-X. To detox means to remove poisonous substances from your body. In 2026, social media can feel like a mental poison if you consume too much of it. Taking a break on Sunday cleans your mental palate.
Let's look at the power vocabulary for the afternoon reset. Digital detox, a period of time when a person refrains from using electronic devices. Out of sight, out of mind. If you don't see something, you don't think about it. Mindful eating, paying full attention to the experience of eating and drinking. Post-lunch slump, the period of low energy many people feel after eating lunch. To unplug, to disconnect from technology and the internet. Nourishment, the food or drink that you need to stay healthy and grow.
For our Zero to English listeners, unplugging is actually a learning strategy. When you turn off the English podcasts and the English news for a few hours, you are giving your brain time to file the information.
Think of your brain like a library. During the week, the librarian is receiving thousands of new books, words, and phrases. If the library is always open and busy, the librarian can't put the books on the shelves. Sunday afternoon is when the library closes and the librarian puts everything in its proper place.
Chris mentioned setting the table. This might seem small, but it changes your internal narrative. Instead of I'm a busy student eating a quick meal, the narrative becomes I am a person who enjoys a beautiful life. Alex, Chris, I've stayed offline for 2 hours now. I finished my lunch and the table is cleared. I feel quiet. It's almost a bit uncomfortable.
That quiet is where your creativity lives, Alex. Most people are afraid of boredom, so they fill every second with noise. But on Sunday, you should embrace the boredom. Let your mind wander.
Maybe I'll do some journaling. I've heard that writing your thoughts down helps with anxiety.
Journaling is a fantastic tool. You can do a brain dump. Just write every worry or thought on the page until your head feels empty. You can even do it in English. Don't worry about grammar, just dump the words out.
Brain dump. This is a very common informal phrase. It means to transfer all the information or worries from your brain onto paper. It's a great way to clear your cache like you do on a computer.
And turn down the volume, not just on your TV, but on your thoughts. By disconnecting from the digital world, you turn down the volume of other people's opinions and turn up the volume of your own voice.
We have nourished our bodies with a slow lunch and protected our minds with a digital detox. We have cleared our internal cache with a brain dump.
Now the sun is beginning to set. The Sunday scaries might try to return as the evening approaches.
In part 4, we will look at the evening wind down. We will discuss how to prepare for sleep and how to set a Monday intention that feels positive instead of stressful.
Keep the phone in the drawer. The peace continues.
You are doing great. This is the path to clarity, from zero to English. As the daylight begins to fade, many people feel the first pings of anxiety. This is the moment when the Sunday scaries usually reach their peak. The weekend is officially ending, and the to-do list for Monday starts to grow in your mind. However, in a truly relaxing routine, this is the time for the evening wind down.
A wind down is like an airplane descending slowly toward the runway. You don't just crash into sleep, you prepare your body and mind for rest. For a zero to English learner, this is also the time to set a Monday intention. An intention is different from a goal. A goal is what you want to do. An intention is how you want to be.
Chris, the sun is going down and I can feel my heart rate increasing. My brain is starting to scream, Monday is coming. Did you prepare for that meeting? Did you check your calendar? That's the executive brain trying to take over your relaxation. You need to give that part of your brain a job so it can shut up. We call this the Sunday prep, but we do it with a low-energy approach. So I should work? No, not work. You should perform a brain dump of your tasks for 10 minutes. Write everything down that is worrying you. Once it is on paper, your brain doesn't have to carry it anymore. This is called offloading. Offloading, like a truck unloading its cargo? Exactly. Once the cargo is off the truck is light. Once the tasks are on the paper, your mind is light. After you offload, you set your Monday intention. Instead of, I must finish 5 reports, try, I will move through tomorrow with patience and focus. That feels much less heavy. After the offloading, I usually like to take a warm bath or a long shower. That is perfect. In English, we call this a soak. A warm soak raises your body temperature, and when you get out, your temperature drops. This drop signals to your brain that it is time to produce melatonin, the sleep hormone. While I'm in the bath, I've been trying to listen to very soft ambient music. It helps me stay in the Zen zone. The Zen zone, I love that. While you're in that relaxed state, you can do some light stretching. This releases the physical tension you've been carrying in your shoulders and neck all week from sitting at a computer. Wind down. W-I-N-D-D-O-W-N. This is a very common phrasal verb. You wind down a clock to make it stop, and you wind down your day to make your brain stop racing. It's about slowing the momentum of your thoughts.
And the word offloading, O-F-F-L-O-A-D-I-N-G. This is a great term for mental health. When you tell a friend your problems, you are offloading. When you write a list, you are offloading. It's about reducing the mental load.
I also want to highlight intention, I-N-T-E-N-T-I-O-N. Goals are about the future, the result. Intentions are about the present, the process. For a learner, an intention might be, tomorrow I will listen to English with curiosity, not with judgment.
Let's look at the power vocabulary for the evening wind down. Wind down, the process of relaxing before going to sleep. Offloading, getting rid of a mental burden by writing it down or talking about it. Monday intention, a guiding principle for how you want to feel or act the next day. To soak, to stay in water like a bath for a long time to relax. Zen zone, a state of total calm and focus. Physical tension, tightness in the muscles caused by stress or posture.
For our Zero to English community, the evening wind down is a great time for sleep stories. These are stories read in very slow, melodic English. You don't listen to learn the words, you listen to let the rhythm of the language put you to sleep.
It's the opposite of a status update or a negotiation. It's cradle English. It's gentle. It's comforting. It reminds your brain that English is a safe space, not just a workplace requirement.
Chris mentioned executive brain, EXECUTIVE. This is the part of your brain in the front, the prefrontal cortex, that plans, organizes, and worries. It's the boss of your brain. On Sunday night, the boss needs to go home so the creative brain can rest. Chris, I've offloaded my tasks, I've had my bath, and I've set my intention. I'm feeling sleepy, but I usually make the mistake of checking my phone one last time before I turn off the light. That's the blue light trap. Blue light from screens tells your brain the sun is rising. It kills your melatonin. Instead of the phone, try the 3-2-1 rule. What's the 3-2-1 rule? 3 hours before bed, no more food. 2 hours before bed, no more work. 1 hour before bed, no more screens. 1 hour without a screen? That feels like a lifetime. Use that hour for analog activities. Read a physical book, draw, listen to a record, or just talk to someone you love. This creates a buffer zone between the noise of the world and the silence of sleep. Analog activities, ANALOGE. These are things that don't involve computers or the internet. Paper books, board games, knitting, or even just folding laundry mindfully.
And a buffer zone. A buffer is something that protects you from an impact. A buffer zone on Sunday night protects your sleep from the impact of Monday morning stress.
We have prepared our minds by offloading. We have relaxed our bodies with a soak and stretching. We have protected our sleep with the 3-2-1 rule and an analog hour.
The airplane is on the runway. The descent is complete. We are almost ready for the final stage, the deep sleep and the Monday launch.
Thank you for joining us for this wind-down session. We hope your Sunday night is peaceful and your Monday is full of growth.
My name is Alan.
And my name is Perry. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and we will talk to you again soon.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.